Howdy, Seth here. Thank you for trying out Snake Eyes. We're going to go over installation and initial setup of this program. Microsoft has actually made it extremely difficult to distribute Access databases in their newer versions that will actually package and function universally on any Windows machine. It doesn't work that way, and it's extremely frustrating. But when you first open the database, as a result, it's probably going to throw up an error or two depending on your machine. These are usually reference errors because your version of something like Microsoft Excel is probably different than mine. Check out the installation and the troubleshooting page on my website to help you navigate any of those errors. Usually they're very, very simple to correct. We're going to download and unzip Snake Eyes. We're going to get a folder that contains everything we need to run this program. First thing we're going to do is we're going to install the font. This is a free font. It's called Babus, and the entire database and all of the field settings are built around this font. So be absolutely sure that you install Babus. Secondly, before opening this database, before we dive in, we have to enable the Excel backend. You're going to find that in this folder right here. It is the FP-Link folder followed by the FP-Link Excel spreadsheet. This is going to pop up and it's going to ask for permission if you haven't opened on your machine before. Right here, security warning. We want to enable that content, Control S or file save to save. Don't change the file tree. It's going to access it where it is. Leave it right there and we should be good to go. Now we're ready to fire up Snake Eyes. Here we go. First launch, we're going to see the initial league settings are going to pop up. This is where the scoring, the manager setup, the roster size, and our keeper settings are going to be found. You can have standard, half-point PPR, or PPR league. Depending on your choice here, it's going to determine where that Excel backend goes online and snags and scrapes and scrubs all of the data that is going to be downloaded. The max amount of managers that this tool allows right now is 12. If you have a custom need for more than that, let me know. We'll see what we can do for you. Otherwise, 12 is our maximum manager size for this tool currently. Total roster size, this depends on how many slots you have on your team. The standard is 16, that's the default, but you can set that to what you need to. Are you a keeper league? Yes or no? Auto scroll inbox, this is a setting that will affect you later on regarding how you draft and who you're looking at while you're drafting. I recommend that you leave this on. Not a big deal if you don't. Check out the drafting videos to learn more a little bit about auto scroll in the manager box. Under draft type, be sure to select what kind of draft type you have, whether it's snake or, God help you, if it's linear. Your owner details, this is your team information right here. I'm going to plug in my name and my team name right there. That's going to be just fine. Your tutorials and your hotkeys, if you need reminders of what does what, or to get back to videos, or to install the font splash, you can all find that right here. Get to the dashboard quickly to add a note or to add a player while you're drafting. This button right here is for advanced users. If you want to work with any of the stuff in the back end, it's going to display the queries and all the tables and stuff. I advise you to be careful with that button. It's the big red button. You're going to note the shameless plug that I have right here. Please excuse the shame in this moment. However, I've spent considerable amount of time developing this tool. If you enjoy and benefit from this program, I would greatly appreciate your support by considering buying me coffee or lunch or dinner. It's not a date. I won't take you with me. It's just a little token to say thank you and that this tool was helpful to you. I appreciate you considering that. Once we got all of our settings set up, we're going to fire up the save and sync. And what this is going to do is give us a little warning, hey, we need to import some information. If you select, I'll do this later, it will allow you to do a few more settings, but it's not going to allow you to do anything strategic. So we're going to go ahead and hit import now. It will say, are you ready to do this? Because it's a lot of information. It's going to take a second. Don't touch anything. Here we go. We'll say yes. Note it's going to fire up that FP link in the back end. It's chugging through data. It's going out to the interwebs and pulling down live player data as we speak and converting it into a scrubbed, formidable package that is going to be imported back into Snake Eyes and close itself when it's done. And it is done. We're good to go. Now this allows us to hop in and do anything else we need to. The next thing we're going to do is set up our manager profiles. As you can see, you as the owner will already be in that number 1 slot. That's the most important. Make sure that you as the owner are always manager number 1. You can punch in the rest of your managers in any order. It does not matter. We'll set up the draft order later on. We'll go ahead and punch in Peter Elwood. foremost. I recommend including images to help you distinguish who's who in the manager box. Plus, it's a great opportunity to impress your friends. That's it for our initial install and league setup. Check out my next video, Draft Order and Strategy, to learn how to use the remaining tools, including Draft Order, Strategy, our keepers, and player research before we get into the draft. Happy drafting.